Volkswagen Touareg is a real king of its class in Ukraine. It's like a Toyota Camry among business saloons or Toyota Land Cruiser among full-size SUV. So why do all the customers like Touareg so much? It looks serious, not too big but still spacious. Moreover, it's relatively agile and efficient in case of diesel versions. This car handles well enough and one can't argue with that. Today we have the latest generation of Volkswagen Touareg. To be precise, it's an updated version. In front you'll see new grille, reshaped bumpers and renewed headlights. They were changed not only from the outside but inside as well. By xenon lights are standard equipment now instead of halogen ones. LED units are available for extra cost. New wheel designs are also available. If you look close enough, you'll see thin chrome stripes surrounding the whole lower part of the body. As you can see from our car, color scheme has been updated too. In fact, those are all changes in the exterior. Inside the cabin you won't find more differences. Dials got new moonlight backlighting and repositioned buttons for steering wheel and windscreen heaters. This was done due to feedback from owners of previous version. In addition, new upholstery colors and two-tone dashboard have been added to options list. Cruise control has also been updated.
Speaking of the new Touareg, or rather the renovated Touareg, it's notable not only for its front end, but also for such novelties as, for instance, adaptive cruise control being now available, which ensures a comfortable ride not only on a highway, but also under urban conditions. You just set the required speed and the car will stop and accelerate by itself, calculating the necessary distance, which you can set on your own, by the way.
Faster lifted Touareg can do much more than just brake and accelerate automatically. If accident took place, safety systems will prevent to get into subsequent collision. This feature is called multi-collision brake. It means that even after the crash, car's electronic brain is still working to minimize damage to driver and passengers. However, let's not think about that. We have another job to do. Be careful. Although even here Volkswagen doesn't stop helping.
Blind spot monitoring has also been introduced. It doesn't only signal of an approaching car, it also semaphores with quick flickering when you are still trying to change lanes, thinking that it's safe.
As we've said before, updated Touareg got optional LED headlights. They also have a trick up on their sleeve.
Headlights in the Touareg have special shutters shielding a stream of light to avoid blinding those who are driving in the opposite or same direction. Thereby it appears that you have a good, excellent view. You are driving with distance beam, but you are not blinding anyone.
In winter, there is another interesting feature that becomes very handy. By the way, heated steering wheel switches on automatically with the engine if it's cold outside. However, driver is in control of choosing the algorithm of different cabin heaters. For those who have never had a ride in Volkswagen Touareg, several key points about its cabin comfort and room inside. There is enough space for everyone. No one will suffer from the lack of comfort. This is due to comfy seats with numerous adjustments. It's difficult to find any problem inside. The layout is thought of and convenient. It's just a well-designed cabin. You shouldn't be surprised with the level of ergonomics which is visible even in the boot. It's possible to open it even with no hands. Just swipe your foot under the rear bumper.
Volkswagen Touareg has an impressive trunk volume, but if such volume is not enough for you, just recline the rear seats. In order to recline the rear seats, you only need to push the button. Here are two special buttons, one for the right part of the seat and the other for the left one. We push and the seat reclines. Afterwards it's enough to finish pushing it down, secure it in place, and in such position you can already load your cargo. The second variant, you can recline the seat having opened the door. There is a special lever, I'll show it to you now. I'll get in from here, especially for you to see it better. Here is the lever I told you about. That is, if you do not drop the seat using the button, you just pull up the lever and the seat back will fold down. And to secure it, just continue pushing it down. A peculiar function is provided here for those who are going to load a cargo into the trunk. It's about leveling up and down the rear end of the car. Here are two special buttons. Using one, you will be able to level the car up. Using the other one, you will be able to lower it. And even though it will not get much lower, nevertheless sometimes it facilitates cargo loading.
Suspension makes the loading easier by lowering the rear, and of course it's a secondary function of it. It is available as an option or comes as standard in higher spec versions. The main purpose of the air suspension is the ability to adjust damping level and ride height. Let's start with the first one. This suspension allows changing the ground clearance and damping of the shocks. Driver can pick any ride height up to Super Fraud. In this case, my Touareg looks like Ality, who owned the cat from Tom and Jerry cartoon, as she might be scared of the mouse and stood up on the chair. Jokes aside, with such a ground clearance some serious obstacles can be overcome. In this case a diagonal wheel spin occurs. Differential locks will be handy. They allow escaping even when you're ready to start looking for towing help. And don't forget to turn electronic assistance, otherwise they will cut off the engine to stop wheel spins. The latter is often a must in severe off-road conditions. Stability control will be turned on automatically when you travel at speeds above 60 km/h. If you want, you can easily play in the mud. Of course, you can get stuck with any car, but in current case, you'll have to try harder. Considering that Touareg is closer to crossovers than to full-size SUVs, its off-road abilities are more than enough. And to be frank, how many Touareg owners will do something like this? For the most, the primary environment will be a paved road with occasional country one. However, the first one in our country isn't much better than a light off-road. Engine-wise, Touareg can be equipped with several engines. The most powerful ones are 4.2 V8 TDI and petrol 3.6. Nevertheless, the most reasonable will be 3-liter turbo diesel with two possible outputs, M-204 and 245 horsepower. It doesn't matter which engine will you go for, the transmission will be the same N-8-speed automatic. Its algorithm is clear and unquestionable. Gear changes are soft and quick. What else can we say about this car? Let's leave that to its owners and fans. Share your impressions and experience in comments below, but don't say anything about the exchange rate.